So this is a 2021 Yamaha Wolverine Rmax 1000 4-seater SE, which I know is long. I've had it for a few weeks. Had two things installed so far. One being the heater, I'll show you in a minute. And the other one is the second battery. Both go underneath the driver's seat in this compartment down here. The heater has two vents on each side, along with a defrost vent on both sides. Switch is just a high-low fan for the heater. Works really well. Doesn't work very well with no cab, waiting on that. The second battery, though, which took a lot of reading to figure it out because there were so many mixed things, but it says second battery charging red on. So to me, that meant that right now it's trying to charge the second battery from my main battery because this is not plugged in and this is not running. They gave you no info or information about this. They just kind of installed it and handed it to me and said, here you go. So after reading in it up and looking up this actual module that came with the kit, this just is letting you know that you're above 12.8 volts and that the two batteries are connected. As soon as this battery, the main battery, goes below 12.8 volts, this light shuts off and the two batteries disconnect in order to preserve this battery. The battery is technically, or this module is technically designed for boats. It's a marine application, and is designed to save your start battery from your house battery, which uses like lights and stuff. Well, it's a little different on here. So if you're using things like the heater or the stereo or whatever, and the unit's not running, and this disconnects, well, this will continue to drain off of this main battery because that's where everything is connected. So in order to use the second battery kit properly, you need to either tie into the battery under the seat, which can be located, you can remove this panel and you can get to it fairly easy, or they add these, which it doesn't tell you anything about it in the kit, or even this doesn't even say that this should be there. It's all information that is, you kind of got to figure out. So I took this apart, and these two leads, well, the ground one connects to the whole circuit, but this positive lead is into this unit directly connected to the auxiliary battery. So if this disconnects and you have things connected to this, it will only draw off of your second battery that's located under the seat. So if you do, or when you connect accessories, highly recommend you connect them to this one so that you don't drain your main battery. With that being said, it's the same thing with charging. If you want to, like I have a battery tender, when you connect it, you need to connect to the main battery so that it charges the main battery first. And then when this sees enough volts, it'll connect the two and continue to charge that one. I was originally going to put it here before I read up on it, and I found out that if I had put it here, all it would have done is charged the auxiliary battery, not the main battery, unless the main battery was above 12.8. So if you let it sit for like a week and you came out and this wasn't on and you had your tender here, it wouldn't charge this battery. You have to connect your tender to this battery to get this up to 12.8 volts for this circuit to connect to the other battery. So this light just stays on. It has a very small draw, they say, but that light basically is on all the time as long as this battery is above 12.8 volts, which technically they're in the same voltage. But as soon as this one drops below 12.8 volts, this disconnects and separates the two batteries, and then how they draw is whatever's connected to them. But otherwise than that, the heater works great. I've been waiting for a cab enclosure for it. has been on order for a few months, and they say it's still a few months out. But eventually I'll have a cab enclosure, and then the heater will work more efficiently.